Hey everybody, today I'm here with a review of the LEGO Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies set. This is Attack on Lake Town. This is set number 79016. It has 313 pieces, recommended from ages 8 to 14. This was on the shelves from October of 2014 to July of 2015, where it retailed for $30. First, let's take a look at the box. I don't have the box anymore, so here's a picture of the front and the back. Now we'll take a look at the instructions. Only one instruction booklet for this set. Is it only 2 bags? Yeah, I think there might be only 2 bags in this set. I don't know, I haven't built it for a while. Yeah, just the standard, building instructions, and then the piece list on the bottom, some ads for the rest of the sets. I did always really want that set. A checklist for the other figures from this wave. I remember they used to do that. And then win. This one doesn't have the kid on it. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. For our first figure, we have Bard the Bowman, and as the name would imply, he does come with a large bow. I believe this version of the figure is exclusive to this set, wearing his brown coat. As you can imagine, this is the brittle brown of this era of sets, so I'm very nervous to move some of the parts a lot. Especially because his arms are a little tight. But he has Qui-Gon's hairpiece in black. Nice face print that I think looks a lot like him. And here's his alternate expression that has his angry face with a lot of mud and bruises on his face, which I like this a lot. Next we have Toriel. She also has a large bow piece. Haven't actually looked at the reference material to see how accurate this figure is. I will get back to you in the edit. Looking at it right now, maybe it doesn't show up on camera as well, but the green on the legs doesn't match up with the torso as well. But you know, I think that's just the nature of printing. I could go either way on how accurate this face print is. And then, of course, she's got the elf ears as part of the hair mold. I believe she has back printing, which gets completely covered up by the torso, as well as an alternate expression that's a lot angrier. You can see what that looks like with the hair on. So yeah, I don't have much to say about this figure. I think it works and gets the job done. Next we have Bane, son of Bard. I don't think this figure looks super accurate. The hair color is a little exaggerated, as well as the youthfulness in the facial expression. Although I will say, I do like how youthful this face looks. I think for building young characters, this is a good face. Good detail on the jacket, though. I like these, what would you even call them? Like button things, but they're like ropes. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then that continues on to the back. And then just like his dad, he's got an alternate expression where his face is all muddied and bruised. And I like this one a lot as well. Here's what it looks like with the hairpiece on. It kind of covers some of it. And here we have the orcs of this set. I believe both of these figures are exactly the same. Although unlike Brickset and Bricklink, they will be listed as differently because one of them has a sword and the other one has... This one has a smaller bow than the other ones. This one, yeah, you can kind of see the difference. And he also has a quiver that holds the arrows. Take the hairpiece off of this one so you can see the back printing. a little better. Yeah, like that. And they're both pretty much the same. But yeah, they're good orc figures. You know, they have the gnarly facial expressions with the white face paint on them. Yeah, I think they look good. Now let's take a look at the set. The first build of this set is this little boat. It's a very simple build. You could probably figure out how to build it just by looking at it. The inside of it is 4x2. So theoretically you should be able to fit 2 characters in there, but just because of the dimensions of Lego figures, I don't think they would be able to sit down in here. Which is kind of a bummer, but it's not really a big deal. I don't think people are gonna be super upset that you can't fit 2 figures in a boat. Now for the main part of the set, we'll start from the bottom and work our way to the top. In here we have a platform for, I guess, just putting figures. There's not really much to do inside of here. The interesting part is more so on the outside, where you have this ladder that's connected to the side here. And this Technic pin that's able to rotate this piece in here. And if you push it out, then the wall comes out with the ladder attached, and that's fun. And that just connects on a single stud over here. Yeah, I like destructible elements to sets, and I think that's a pretty classic example, but it's always good. And then over here we have the entrance to the building. I think the door knocker is made from that's a zipline handle, which I think is a nice part usage. You may notice this wiggly part over here. It's not exactly hidden. We come around to the side. We have a lamp over here, which is connected to this play feature. And then a couple windows that open. So of course, this is a play feature over here, where if you open the door... Okay, well, it's kind of demonstrating the flaws of this right now. But we got these 2 trans-orange studs that sit right in here. And this basket is connected by the lamp, and that can rotate that. And then when you have the door sitting up against the bottom of it, then it just holds it in place. And then when somebody's able to open the door, they get splashed with, I don't know, what is it, lava? But that's the issue I'm kind of realizing now about this play feature. There's nowhere really to place a minifigure to stand so that they'll definitely get hit by this trap, because the door is too wide to swing open to let everything fall down. And then this just falls out. When does it fall out? Yeah, I mean, these fall out closer to the end of the drop when this basket is almost completely sideways, which is basically in front of the door, like this. But if you're having the minifigure in front of the door, you know, it's I don't know. In theory, it's fun, but it's not really working out the way it's intended. And of course, there's not really anything on the backside. There's a little snow cheese slope in there. You can see it. But that's about it. The interiors of these are not really designed to be seen. Then we have this barrel connected to a rope, and that can very easily swing and rotate, and then that's able to be adjusted down so it can change its direction. This is pretty fun, actually. It does, swing around a lot. It's not really connected to anything, But if you have a figure just loosely sitting on here, you can swing this around and then, oops, this isn't working, hold on. Sure. You know what I mean. There's ideas behind it you can play with. And moving up the bridge, we have some snow layers being piled up here. This railing is using some nice slope pieces. I don't know why this cheese slope isn't the same color as this, or vice versa. I don't think it really matters, but that's just... I'm not really sure why that's like that. And here's the top part with the big arrow thing. Hold on, let me look up the name of it. This is the black arrow sitting in a bowcaster thing. And that can be adjusted. If you come to the back, you can kind of see it's just on some clips there. And of course, like all spring-loaded shooters, you can press it down and fire it. And that's a lot of fun. And going to the top of the building, there's a roof here. That's the way these plates are designed and angled, it makes for a pretty seamless gap, and you can kind of see how they do that on the back. If you take this part out, then you can just unfold all of these, and this part clips in perfectly, and that just angles fine. And there's a bell back here, which you kind of have to swing manually. I kind of wish there was a play feature to be able to rotate this. It's especially weird because there's kind of an exposed pin right here for this, which you can kind of adjust right there. So maybe if there was just something that you could put in there just to rotate it. But yeah, that's pretty much the set. So overall, I think this is a fine enough set. I'm not the biggest fan of the movie this set is based on, but for what you get, I think it's actually not a bad deal. The building has a nice design with some pretty interesting techniques that make it come together. All 5 figures, I believe, are exclusive, and there's some fun plate features in here. But that's going to be it for me. Let me know what you think of this set in the comments, and I'll see you next time.